Arsenal lost, Man City lost, Everton lost, Man United and Chelsea dropped points, which means it was a legendary hate watch for Liverpool fans this weekend. Cheers. Welcome to Hate Watch, where we're football fans that want to watch the world burn. I'm your host, thefatasian, and before we get into anything, please follow me on IG at thefatasianofficial. Not only so you can see my reaction to the games in real time, but also so I can get more bitches. They really care about your Instagram followers, bro. And alright, before we dive into the historically great, fantastic Hate Watch weekend that was for Liverpool fans, let's take a little dip into our newest segment, Survival of the Shittest. Because that's where the actual interesting football was played this weekend. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, the big boys, they didn't really hit this weekend. Beyond Spurs slapping the villains around 4-1, but they subbed Sonny off early, so fuck them. In the bottom of the table, they brought some spice. They were a power bottom this weekend. Kids, don't look that up. Don't look that up. Crystal Palace versus Wolves was a huge fixture in the relegation battle. And a 4-goal explosion within a 17-minute span ensured a point apiece for each team, which means the shittiest town in all the UK remains the shittiest team in the Premier League. It's poetic. It's beautiful. Ipswich versus Leicester gave us a fucking Robin Van Persie volley. Look at this. Look at how fucking disgusting this goal is. And not to be outdone, Leicester go ahead, bring a little drama with a 94th minute equalizer. So they both get a point apiece. And that keeps the Castle Boys right below the Premier League poverty line. But okay, enough of the appetizers. Let's get to what the people are here for. Shitting on the big boys. Just doing a Cleveland steamer right on their chest. Once again, kids, don't look that up. And for 2 weeks in a row, Arsenal are the Walking Dead. It was already not looking like their season with all the random red cards and injuries they've accumulated. And I think Arteta's gotten a lot of flack, and I don't think he deserves it. I think he's been as pragmatic as he can be given the circumstances. And if anything, his players have kind of let him down. Newcastle away is always a tough fixture, but it's a fixture that they should win. It's a fixture that they would have won if this was 2 years ago, or even last year. At least early in the season when they looked like title contenders. But them stumbling out of the gate this year and all this negative momentum, it seems like it's kind of gotten to them. And all that negative momentum has kind of snuffed out their title hopes before it even got out of the crib. Which is disappointing on multiple levels. The biggest and most important being, okay, for a second, Arsenal fan, can you just like leave? Leave for like 2 minutes. All right, you come here. We're not going to tell Arsenal fan about this. But we agree, right, that it's kind of sucky right now. It's a little bit funny that they're losing right now, but in the big picture, it's not as fun if Arsenal are ass the whole season. You can't be bottle job FC if there's nothing to bottle at the end of the season. We have a symbiotic relationship, us and Arsenal fan. Arsenal fan needs to be invested, to dream, to hope, to believe that they can win the league. And us as hate watchers gain life and sustenance and joy when we see that hope slowly leave their eyes. Seeing their dreams crushed in real time is like drinking the finest vintage of wine, and it's something that we've been able to indulge in over the past 2 years. And for their title hopes to be dashed this early in the season is quite frankly a national tragedy. Do better, Arsenal, for all our sakes. All right, Arsenal fan, you can come back in now. Because honestly, I'm now questioning that even if Pep leaves, are you guys really giving me the next one to inherit the throne? Because the way that Liverpool's playing right now, I don't know. And unless you guys sign a 20-goal striker, either in January or this upcoming summer, I don't know if you guys ever win the league. So probably get on that. You know, since you're losing one of your personnel guys, maybe the next guy can figure it out that, yeah, you probably need a true striker up front. But all right, let's get to the crown jewel of the week. This might be the crown jewel of the season, guys. Man City versus Bournemouth. Yeah, no one fucking saw this one coming. Legitimately, I might light up my cigar again for this. Because I don't know if you guys understand the magnitude of rarity of what we just witnessed this past weekend. This is Man City's first loss in the Premier League in 2024. I'm not talking about the 2024 season that we're in. I'm talking about the entirety of the year. The last time Man City lost in the Premier League was December 6th of 2023. That is how despotic their rule over the Premier League has been. We legitimately might not be able to celebrate another one of the losses this season. So soak it in. Legitimately, I'm gonna light this up. I mean, what else is going to happen, bro? And naturally, this was Bournemouth's first ever victory over Manchester City in their entire history, and they fucking deserved it. They played brilliant, brave, beautiful counter-attacking football, and they took it to the champs, bro. This wasn't luck. They easily could have put 3 or 4 past the champs. To be fair, though, Man City were missing about half of their starting roster, but the joke is that Manchester's B team can beat half of the teams in the Prem, and they should have easily swept this team aside. I mean, for God's sakes, their nickname is the Cherries. They thought they were going to walk in and pop a couple cherries, and maybe they were a little bit overly confident, But instead, Man City ended up with their cherries popped. And a side note here, are we starting to see a little bit of parity coming to the Premier League? I had this theory that when the new TV deals would come into effect and there was a large redistribution of wealth to the lower tier teams in the Premier League, that this would present an opportunity to the smarter teams that, given the gargantuan sums of money that being in the Premier League allots you, I theorized that a couple of these smaller teams might be able to moneyball their way into a formidable squad. Because it used to be you needed some oil money oligarch to come in and change the fortunes of your club. But with these TV contracts being so lucrative and with world scouting being better than ever, the top 6 teams can no longer hog all of the talent. And that is where you get the rise of a team like Brighton or Aston Villa. And now this year, we have Bournemouth go on a crazy run where over the last 3 weeks, they've taken points off of Aston Villa and beaten Arsenal and Manchester City. Absurdity. Just pure absurdity. It is an incredulous feat for any team, let alone a minnow of the Premier League. And then we have Nottingham Forest, who just came up for the championship in 2023 and are currently sitting in 3rd place in the table. Look at you. How the fuck did you sneak up here? What are you doing here, you little rascal? I'll tell you how. They had a Charmin soft start to the season. Like a pathetically easy schedule. But still, they're up there, and Forest fans, enjoy it while you can. Having a little holiday up there. Yeah, they're not going to stay there, but it's cute. Let them have their fun. As for City fans, all 7 of you guys who watch this, that is back-to-back losses for you guys if you include the midweek EFL. Could this possibly be a sign of a dip in form? Are these ominous signs for the champs? Probably not. Yeah, most likely this is just a slight blip before they get healthy and chase down Liverpool. But wait, this just in. Breaking news. Correction, make that 3 losses in a row, as Manchester City were absolutely hammered 4-1 in the Champions League by soon-to-be new Manchester United boss, Ruben Amorim. Honestly, this is going to be the best Manchester United win of the season, and we didn't even play them, but we're gonna count it, because we suck dick. And no, I'm not gonna get carried away. I'm not gonna fall in love with this manager. I've been there before, but a 4-1 thrashing of Manchester City, I will savor that. I will indeed. I can't even remember the last time Man City got their ass whooped like this. But yeah, no. It's the meme. This is bait. This is definitely bait. Remember what I said earlier about Arsenal fans? Same thing applies to us, Man United fans. Except our cycle is sadder. We just get really excited about the new manager who comes in. He looks good for about 6 months and then just proceeds to absolutely implode the club over the next 2 years. That is our cycle of toxicity. Man United fan and Arsenal fan are just like that one girl who keeps on dating the same toxic guy over and over again. We just have different tastes in toxic men. So Liverpool fan, enjoy the fucking weekend. All right, cheers to you. I don't believe that your cameo on top of the league is going to last that long. And yes, long term, I think you should be pretty optimistic about Arne Slot. But if I were you, I want to get too cocky because I'd be a little bit concerned about that Slot contract. Because without him, I don't see you guys winning any silverware anytime soon. Without him, you don't even win this game this past week. Brighton were the better team for most of that game. But because Slot is just such a clutch goal scorer for you guys, he bailed you out. And if you lose him in the summer, I do not see where you find that type of clinicalness on your roster. I don't see it. So enjoy this weekend for now. And of course, my obligatory Man United reference. They faced off against Chelsea this past weekend in what should have been an absolute slaughter. Like an easy Cole Palmer hat trick. But Man United seemed to be riding off of the mythical post-manager bump. So Chelsea had to settle for a 1-1 draw. Go fuck yourself, Maresca. And spirits are generally high around Old Trafford. Expectations are pretty optimistic about the appointment of one Ruben Amorim. But for this jaded Man United fan, I've been fooled before. I will not be fooled again. Listen, it sounds good on paper. I got a little bit of a half chip, but I'm not going full hard. And even when he comes in, it's going to take a couple months before he can implement a system. So yeah, that's all I got to say about that. And that is going to be it for Hatewatch. But before I leave you all, I wanted to gift you a little bit of Turkish delight. And that's more Jose Mourinho doing Jose Mourinho things. Watch him exquisitely going for a victory knee slide, catching in the grass, falling over before he's dogpiled by a group of players. Then, as he's leaving the pitch, he raises his fist in defiance, then talking his shit in the post-game press conference, and then posting it to Instagram after the game. Bro, we're only 10 games into the season, and this is already an all-timer from the human personification of football heritage. Never fucking change, Jose. Mwah. I love you. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I'd like to give a personal thank you to all my patrons keeping me alive and well during these struggling times. Shout out to the newest and first member of the double goated tier, Sandra Jeremy. Thank you. I must admit, I did not know that there were women actually watching this channel. So if this is someone's mom's credit card, please stop your child. But I do appreciate your donation for the month. And of course, thank you to all the OG goats, Elm, Robert Matai, Peter Barr, and of course, Movadoc. Thank you to Alex and Lewis for helping me edit this video. And yeah, see you guys next week.